Hey girl, hey! Let's go ahead and get started right into the eyes for this smoky eye. So I am using good old Scotch tape just to make sure that I get the angle and shape that I want for my eyeshadow. And of course I am doing the eyes first before foundation today because a smoky eye can get messy. To prime the eyes, I'm using the MAC paint pot in the color Laying Low, and I'm just putting it on with this angled synthetic brush. I believe it's from Crown Brushes, but I've had this so long that all the writing has wiped off, so I really don't remember, but any synthetic brush will work for this. And I'm just laying down the base to cover any discoloration in my eyes, and also this will help any eyeshadow that you put on top pop. And I am adding this all over the eyelid, all the way from the lash line to just underneath the brow. Now, for the bulk of the eyeshadows today, I am going in with the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And to set the eyelids today, I'm going in with the color Tempera, which is just a cream colored eyeshadow, and I am using a Wet n Wild large eyeshadow brush, and I'm just packing that on anywhere that I applied the paint pot. And for my transition color, I'm using the color Burnt Orange, and I'm using a Sephora Pro crease brush number 10 to apply it. And I'm just using windshield wiper motions to apply this in the crease, just above it. It doesn't have to be very precise application because it is a transition color, and we will be going in with other colors to build upon it. You just want to make sure you're blending it and getting it to the desired opacity that you're looking for. One of the most important things with a smoky eye is just blending and building on top of what you've already blended, and go back in and blend again. So next, I'm going in with the color Real Gar, and I'm using a Sigma E35 tapered blending brush, and I'm just applying that directly into the crease, which is just below where we put the burnt orange color, and we're just building on top of that previous color to add to that smoky effect. Real Gar is just much of a deeper, a little bit more orange color than the burnt orange, and like I said, we're just building on top of what we already put there. And the E35 Sigma brush is just a little bit more precise than the previous Sephora brush, so as you will see, the brushes will get smaller as the color gets deeper. Just so you know guys, everything that I do use in this video is going to be listed in the description bar below, so don't forget to check that out. If you have any questions on that, or if I'm moving a little too quick, it will be listed there. Next, I'm going in with the Sigma E25 brush and the color Red Ochre, and I'm just applying that on the tip of the brush and precisely right below where we just put the previous color. Like I said, we're just building on top of previous colors to build up the intensity and essentially smokiness of the eye, hence smoky eye. You'll also notice the deeper the color gets, the less I bring it in towards the middle of the eye, so I am keeping it more on the outer portion of the eye. So now I'm going in with the Julep eyeshadow stick in the color Olive Shimmer, and I'm applying this right onto my lid, and this is going to act as a base for the next eyeshadow that's really going to be the star of the show, and it will help it to grab on and stick there for the rest of the day. Now for the star of the show, the Morphe pressed pigment in the color Bitter. This color is what truly inspired this look. I bought this a while ago, but as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to do a smoky eye with this, and I'm using the Sigma E55 shading brush to pack this onto both lids. This color is so gorgeous. It's like an olive green but a little blackened color. I love it. So like I said, the key to smoky eyes is just blending, blending, blending. So you will see me go back and forth between applying product and blending it out. You just want to make sure that you are blending out any harsh edges because you want that blown out look where the deepest color is on the lid all the way to the lightest being on the outside crease area. And since we are using such a dark color, I do use the Color Switch by Vera brush cleaner just to take off any excess color, so that way we're not adding anything extra on there when we're blending out the color. And then I'm just going in again with the fluffy crease brush and blending. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the next eye. So now that we have pretty much the top part of our eyes done, I am going to go ahead and remove the Scotch tape, which as you can see does give it that sharp cat eye look. And because there's a lot of fallout, I am going in with the makeup eraser cloth, which is magical, you guys. Definitely need to check it out. I will list that in the description bar below, but I'm just cleaning up the fallout from the eyes. Now we're moving on to the face, and I'm going in with the Derma E Radiant Glow Face Oil, which when shaken does have a beautiful shimmer. And I'm applying it today just like those Instagram videos that we all see all over the place. But I'm just applying it as a primer today just to check it out. It doesn't market it as a primer, it is just a facial oil, but I figured why not? And I'm going to use it with a thick foundation to kind of do what it's supposed to do, which is share it out and give it that glow effect and see if it actually works. It did seep into the skin pretty quickly for an oil, but it left my skin feeling moisturized and healthy and glowing like it says. And for foundation, I'm using the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation in Spiced Almond. And of course, I'm blending it out with the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I wanted to make sure to use a foundation that's supposed to be matte and is kind of on the thicker side since I am using an oil. And it should, like any normal oil would do, sheer it out a bit as well as still give that healthy, glowy look. Now I think it did what it's supposed to do. What do you guys think? Now on to brows. And for brows, I'm actually using the Brow Powder Duo in dark brown from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm applying that with the number 7 brush from the same company. And I'm just using small short strokes to apply that and fill in and shape my brows. And for concealer, I'm just going to speed through this because this is nothing new. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Deep and blending that out with the same sponge that I use for my foundation. And to set it, I'll be using the same Sacha Buttercup powder as I always do. If you haven't seen this before, definitely check out my other videos where I go more in depth. I will link those in the description bar below as well. Now for powder foundation today, I'm using the Sephora Collection Matte Powder Foundation in the color 64 Neutral Mocha, and I'm just using the e.l.f. powder brush to pat that onto the skin. So my camera totally shut off on me while I was removing the bakage and setting my face, but you guys have all seen it. If not, go check out my previous videos. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish up the eyes and move on to the lower lash line, and I'm pretty much going in the same order of eyeshadows that I used on the top part of my eyes, and I'm just using some smaller precise brushes, which will all be listed in the description bar below in the order they have been used. We do want to bring this pretty low underneath the lash line. I say typically where your lashes would end on the lower lash line is where I would put it, but we do want this to be smoky and sultry, so bring it down as far as you feel comfortable doing. And this is pretty much what the eyes should look like at this point. Now off camera, I'm going to put on my lashes, the Ardell Wispies, because we want to go for that full glam smoky look. And for bronzer today, I'm going in with the Loreal Glam bronzer in the color Deep and just bronzing up my skin. And because this is a full glam look, I'm also actually going to contour today. And for contour, I'm going to be using the Sleek Makeup Contour Kit in the color Medium. And for contour, you want to do the infamous MySpace Days fish face and put the contour powder in the hollows of your cheeks. And you also want to make sure you are blending upwards at all time. You don't want to blend down because it will bring your face down. You want it to be sculpted and upward. And of course, don't forget to blend out any harsh lines. I'm just using the same brush that I used from my powder foundation. And for blush today, I am using another new product. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in the color Berry Adore. Don't you just adore it? See what I did there? But I'm going to use the two darkest shades to put on my blush today. I really love this product. It does go on very pigmented, so you just want to make sure you're applying it with a light hand. I do blend it out afterwards, and I'm just using the same brush that I use for my contour and bronzer. Now for highlighter, I'm going in with the Anastasia That Glow Kit, and I'm using both the colors Golden Bronze and Dripping in Gold, and I'm applying that to the highest points of my face, my cheekbones, right above my brow, my nose, and my Cupid's bow. Just all over, because I want to be dripping in gold like the name says. And to finish the skin, I'm going in with the Mario Badescu Rose Water Facial Spray just to take away any powderiness and finish the skin. And lastly, for lips, I'm going in with the Dose of Colors Lip It Up Satin Lipstick in the color Cinnamon Swirl. Now they describe this as a orange burnt red color, or burnt orange red. I think it's more of like a peachy nude on me, but it's really pretty. I wanted it a little bit more toned down for the eyes, so I did add the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the color Sepia, and this just takes it down a little bit, makes it a little bit more neutral since the eyes are so bold, and I really enjoyed that combo, so that came out good. And then I'm just going to add the same colors that I had for highlighter on the inner corner just to brighten up the eyes a little bit since it is a very dark color on the eyes. And then lastly, I'm going to go ahead and finish the lower lash line with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara to finish off the look. That is the final look for you guys. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Talk to you soon. Hi guys, so I did want to come on here and kind of give you my thoughts on some of the things that I used that were new. So the first thing was this Derma E Essentials Radiant Glow Face Oil, and this is by a fellow YouTuber on here. I mean, she's way more bigger YouTuber than of course me. But this is by Sunkissed Alba. Sunkissed Alba was one of the first YouTubers that I followed here. She's very, she's gorgeous. She's very natural, into natural makeup. Things that are good for the skin, very healthy, inside and out. So she's into a lot of things that I'm not into, but I just always found her so intriguing and so very just gorgeous, and you want to watch her and find out more things about her. But when she came out with this Radiant Glow Oil, it was just perfect because it's summertime. Who doesn't want to glow? I really love it. I don't use this at nighttime. I do only use it during the day, but I find that it definitely, because it is an oil, it's not a very slick oil. It does dry down pretty quickly. I wouldn't consider it like a dry oil. It's kind of like a combo dry oil, combo regular oils. It does sink into the skin very, very quickly, but it definitely gives you a glow. And as you can see, I use the Milani, which is a very matte, very thick foundation, and I loved how it made my skin look. It definitely makes my skin look way more skin-like. I love it. I love it, love it. So I definitely recommend this. Of course, I want to support all my fellow YouTubers, and I just think it's a great product. I got this from Ulta. It is available on Ulta.com. So I definitely recommend it. And then the next thing was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in Berry Adore. This is such gorgeous packaging. As you can see, it, like if you look at it at one angle, it's all like shiny black, nothing. But then if you like tilt it, you can see the Anastasia logo in the background. I think that's just gorgeous packaging. It does have a mirror. I'm gonna hide that because I don't want to blind you. And these are the colors on the inside. They're so pretty. It's definitely more of a fall appropriate blush trio. This, let me give you the names. This one is Desert, which I think is the most appropriate for summer. This is Exotic, and this is Velvet. And I did mix Exotic and Velvet today to get my blush application. Because I have such a bold eye, I didn't want to go with anything too harsh, so I did go in with it very lightly, but it still is very pigmented, so I love it. I definitely want to check out some more. It's very soft, very finely milled and smooth, so I definitely recommend these. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's a great product. Anastasia Beverly Hills can just do no wrong in my eyes. Definitely go check that out. I will be checking out some other colors. And then lastly was the Dose of Colors Lip It Up Satin Lipstick in the color Cinnamon Swirl. I love this packaging. It's so sleek and gorgeous. The only thing I don't like about this is, I have to take this off slowly. This is how it looks, which the bullet is perfect for getting on the lips, the angle of the bullet, but it doesn't go down any further than this. This is how it comes. So when you're putting the top back on, you do have to be very mindful to not nick it, and that kind of sucks because I don't want to be, you know, really careful, and I'm a clumsy person, so I will probably nick this before the day is over. It's just really beautiful color. It did go well with this eye look because it's kind of neutral, but I did want to tone it down just a little bit. It was a little peachy on my skin tone, but I love this color. I love that people are coming out with, you know, regular good old classic lipsticks. You know, liquid lipsticks were such a big thing right now, and I'm really into glossy lips right now. So this does have a satin finish, as it says in the name. I really enjoy it, and I will definitely be picking up some others. I think I wanted to get Mocha, as well as I did want to try out Toast. It looks like it might be a little too much of a light nude, but I want to check it out and maybe see what it's like paired with a lip liner. But I definitely enjoyed this, and I did add, as a 100 point perk, I did get the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in sepia, which I added on top. As you can see, I just think it was a great addition to my collection, and I really enjoyed this. But I do hope you guys enjoy this green smoky eye. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. Ever since I got that Morphe eyeshadow, I've just had this look in my head, and I'm so happy with how it turns out. This is actually the first time I did this smoky eye, so you literally saw me do it on camera, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So I hope that you enjoyed this look. Of course, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and until next time, guys, bye.